Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Nguyen and my Vietnamese name is Quốc Hải. And welcome you all back to my Vietnamese learning channel for another short video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to say some of the common Vietnamese name correctly. Okay, first name, last names, and also typical middle name as well. All right, let's go. Chúng ta bắt đầu nhé. In Vietnamese, I would say chúng ta bắt đầu nhé. Chúng ta is we. Bắt đầu nhé. Bắt đầu là to start. Okay, so let's start. Okay. The first one that appear a lot to you, probably you have some friend with the same last name. So Nguyen. Okay, you tend to say Nguyen. It's spelled Nguyen. So American people, they say Nguyen. Okay, yeah, that's acceptable, but it's not quite the Vietnamese way. So now, but at least you say it correctly. Nguyen, Nguyen, no win, no win. Okay, if you have no exposure to Vietnamese name, and you probably have a hard time to say it, but now you can repeat after me. I'll say slowly. Nguyen, Nguyen. Okay, with the ng sound. So ng, that ng. And then Uyen, that's Nguyen, Nguyen. And then you put together ng, Nguyen, Nguyen, Nguyen. So when you say, hello, Mr. Nguyen, that's how my student call me too, Mr. Nguyen. So it's acceptable with no accent, just like Nguyen. Now, but since we learn Vietnamese, let's make it right, okay? Let's make it right. You're going to say Nguyen, Nguyen, with dấu ngã, accent mark, okay? Dấu ngã, Nguyen, Nguyen, okay? Nguyen. Now, that's how the Vietnamese people in the northern Vietnam pronounce the word Nguyen, okay? Nguyen. Now, but if you live in the southern of Vietnam, you heard people saying like, oh, Nguyen, Nguyen. Okay, so it sounds a little bit slightly different. Joseph Nguyen. Okay, so Nguyen. I will highly recommend you stick with one particular accent that you follow, and I will do the same. So I stick with the northern accent so you less confusing, okay? But it's relatively close, so you can tell, okay, after a while. So go back to Nguyen. So now my name, you can say Mr. Nguyen, okay? So Nguyen Quốc Hải. Now Quốc Hải, Quốc, 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 and then Hải, H-A-I. Now A-I, hờ ai hai hỏi Hải. Now Hải, hờ ai hai hỏi Hải. That is how you read it in Vietnamese, okay? You put the word phonetically and then you blend the sound together, okay? Vietnamese people, they put their last name first. It's position first, the last name, and then the middle name, and then their first name go last, okay? Like take my name for example. My last name Nguyen, so it's Nguyen, go first. Nguyen Quốc Hải, Nguyễn Quốc Hải. That is my Vietnamese name, used to be like that, okay? When I came to the US, so now my name is like what? Joseph Nguyen, okay? I dropped the middle name, so no more Quốc for me in US. All right, now Nguyen. Let's review the word Nguyen. Now say it slowly. Nguyen, Nguyen, Nguyen. Okay? Rồi. All right, so let's move on. The second common one is Lee. You say Lee, but it's not Lee. Okay? L-E. Well, most American people will say, okay, like Calvin Lee. Okay? Or Ethan Lee, but no, it's not Lee. In Vietnamese, we say Lê, Lê, Lê. So next time if you say, oh, hello, Mrs. Lê, they will just look at you differently. I bet, they get used to hearing people calling them Lee in the US, but now if you pronounce Lê to them, that's different. Okay, they will look at you with a surprised look. Hey, what's up? How did you figure it out? All right, so Lê is another common last name. The next one, Tran. Okay, Tran. Now, Tran, like Mrs. Tran. You see a lot of Tran here. Okay, now the correct way, the Vietnamese way to say Tran is Tran. Now, you see the TR there? Make it soft. It's not like tur, no. You can say Trần. I gotta say it quick to make it, to make it natural. Okay? So, Trần. Okay? So, what is your last name? My last name is Trần. Okay? Trần, like Hillary Tran. Now, like, you call Hillary Tran, but now if you say Hillary Tran, Tran. Okay, you follow? Tran. Okay, so instead of saying Tran, now your other option is say Tran. That's the correct way in Vietnamese. Okay, all right, surprise people with that. Try it next time when you see someone with the last name Tran. Okay, turn it into Tran, like Robert Tran. Robert Tran. Okay, or Eileen Tran. The next one is Hoang, Hoang. So you say Mr. Hoang, Hoang, Hoang. So you're getting close, 90%. Like twist it a little bit, bend it a little bit, okay? So you get a correct Vietnamese pronunciation here. So Hoang, Hoang, ông Hoang. It means Mr. Hoang, okay? Drop, dấu huyền, Hoang, Hoang, her, Hoang, Hoang. Okay, now letter H in Vietnamese, remember? Hat, it sounds like her, Hoang, Hoang. So, Hoang, Mr. Hoang. Hello, Mr. Hoang. How are you today? Okay, chào ông Hoang, ông khỏe không? Now we put that in like a greeting thing. So, chào chị Lê, chào chị Lê, chị khỏe không? Chào chị Lê, chị khỏe không? Okay, let's jump to the next one, Truong. I usually hear people say, Mr. Truong. It's understandable, even that person with the last name Truong too. Okay, they accept that. Now, since we learn Vietnamese, so we will work our voice, okay? We work on our pronunciation to get as close as possible to the Vietnamese pronunciation, and I will just try to model it out to you here. All right, Truong, Truong. Repeat it, Truong, Truong. You don't hear the r in there too obvious, just like Spanish, okay? Not like that. Okay, Truong, Truong. Okay, Mr. Truong. You got that one down? Truong. Okay. Hello, Mr. Truong. So Truong is also one of the common Vietnamese last name. All right. So next one is Ly, Lee. Okay, Lee. So now if you say this one Lee, so on the English document there's no accent mark on this last name, but it needs one. Okay, so otherwise it's gonna be a first name, not the last name. The last name come with the dấu sắc, the accent mark, the rising up accent mark on this one. So we say it Lee, Lee. So not Lee. So just like you pronounce L-E, Lee, no. This one totally different last name. So L-Y, Lee, Lee, okay? Now, most of the last names in Vietnamese, that's rooted in, those like old dynasties back in the old day. like Nguyen is dated back to the time of the Nguyen dynasty. Okay, the dynasty that ruled the country long time ago. And it appears that we have, Nguyen dynasty, Lý dynasty, Tran dynasty, Lê dynasty, and so on. Okay, now I'm no expert in history, so I don't want to go deep into this area. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, so forgive me, I will shy away with it. Anyway, so if you're interested, look up some book and read about Vietnamese history. They tell you more about it. Okay, with the date and the year that that they ruled the country of Vietnam and so on. All right, so you might teach me back on that thing. Okay, so I just have a general idea of how these common last names come about. Okay, all right, so let's move on. Another common last name could be Pham, Pham. Okay, now Pham, over here we can just pronounce Pham. Okay, like Peter Pham. He just turned around because someone said his name, even though it's not quite correctly. So for the last name, now last name Pham in Vietnamese you would pronounce Pham, Pham, with the accent that drop down. Okay, now dấu nặng, there is dấu nặng in the word Pham. Okay, Pham. Now I say slowly, Pham, Pham, dropping, Pham. Okay, so like Pham is one of the common last name. Okay, one more time, Pham. Okay, the next one similar, but it changed the last letter only. Phan, Phan, Phan. Okay, this one probably easier for you to pronounce and to say it, right? Phan, no accent, level tone, Phan. Okay, you can just tell the difference. Peter Phan and Lawrence Phan. Phan is like this, Phan. Okay. All right, having enough fun with Vietnamese? I'm asking now, okay? And we say, hey, it sounds the same to me. Joseph, say something that's more, distinguishable. Oh, yes, when you learn Vietnamese, you have to really pay attention to the sound, monosyllables, so they very close to be the same sound, okay? But it's mean different things, so keep that in mind, all right? And bear with me, I walk you through it. Okay, so I'll go for another one. Okay, now this is very common too, Bui. Okay, B-U-I. Probably you will say Bui. Well, that's close. Now let's put the accent on it. It has dấu huyền. It has dấu huyền on it. Okay, like the accent mark is like descending. Okay, slowly descending, smooth. So Bui, Bui. Okay, like Bui. That's the last name, Bui. Okay. Now, one more, and then we wrap up with the last name thing. Okay, and definitely there are more. Okay, I'm telling just some of the common ones that appear the most. Okay, the last name that I'm telling you here is spelled Ngo, 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 not Nga. Okay, but it's O. So Ngo. So complete will be O at the end with the hat accent mark. So Ngo, level tone, Ngo. Okay. So Ngo is one of the common Vietnamese last name as well. All right. So now one more time, let's review all these Vietnamese last names all together. So we have Nguyen, Nguyen, Tran, Tran, Lê, Lê, Hoang, Hoang, Truong, Truong, level tone, Võ, Võ, dấu ngã, võ, lý, dấu sát, lý, Pham, dấu nặng, Pham, Phan, Phan, không dấu, level tone, Bùi, Bùi, dấu huyền, Ngô, Ngô, không dấu, level tone. Okay, so that's a lot of, Vietnamese last name that I throw it out to you today. So next, I will introduce to you some of the common Vietnamese first name, okay? Let's go with female first name first. For example, Lan, Lan, no accent, just level tone, Lan. Lan is the name of the flower too. Orchid, okay? Lan. Mai, Mai, Mai is also common too. That's also name of the flower. Only bloom in the in the New Year, traditional Vietnamese New Year and Tết, Mai. Every family need to have like some of the Hoa Mai, okay? It's like Mai flowers. Okay, Mai, Cúc, Cúc, C-U-C, Cúc with the dấu sắc, okay? With dấu sắc. So Cúc, Cúc is also a flower that's blooming in the new year too, okay? Cúc and various kinds of Cúc, okay? I might put some picture on the screen so you can see it's the name that's, stand for the name of the flower that's connecting with the name, so you can see it's a preference, okay? All right, now Cúc. So you don't say Cúc. Now there's no ending sound. Now I mentioned it in the last video, right? So Vietnamese language don't try to trigger the ending sound, okay? That will be funny. So Cúc, you stop right there, not Cúc. Okay, even though you see letter C at the end, you're tempting to, right? But just drop it. Okay, Cúc. That's Vietnamese first name for ladies. Now, what else? You can have Tuyết. Tuyết is snow. Okay, beautiful, right? Tuyết, dấu sắc. Okay, Tuyết. Don't say Tuyết. No, Tuyết. No, Tuyết. Just end it, break it right there at the end of it. Tuyết. So Tuyết is one of the common first name for ladies too, okay? Now, Huệ. Huệ is the name of the flower. I will put a picture. I don't know the equivalent name in English for that one. I'm no flower expert as well, okay? So Huệ. So I just know it's the name of one kind of flowers, okay? It can be white, can be pink, can be red, can be purple. So very common Huệ, okay? Now, Liên. Liên is also common. Liên is name of the flower as well. It's the lotus, okay? If you know the lotus that's in the pond, okay? That's a beautiful flower. They used to make tea, okay? Lotus tea. And very other uses too, okay? Now, what else for ladies' first name? For women's first name, there can be Hoang, okay? Hoang. Hoang is very popular. I don't want to say the most popular, but it's like rose, okay? It's rose flower, Hoang. There will be a lot of women's name, named after this flower, Hoang, okay? Now, Liên, I told you it's lotus, right? There's another one too, San, okay? So in some area they name their daughter San, okay? S-E-N, San. I don't know if it's official, but they call San a lot. A lot of girls named San too. And you know what? A lot of parents name their daughter after the name Anne, okay? So Anne is mean peace, okay? Peace in your heart, peace in your mind. So it's huge for Asian people. So Anne. Now, We don't say An, but we say An, 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 An. Okay, and then they have like a middle name come with An. So let's say you have three daughters, right? They all ended up with An at the end, but then the difference is like for the middle name. So they have like a double first name, okay? Because they don't want to drop it. If they drop the middle name, then the three girls in the family will have the same name. So they said, okay, so they keep the middle name to make it differently, okay? Like Thái An, Nhã An, Minh An, okay? So that's something you should, bear in mind too, okay? So when they go to the US, they have to drop one or they keep both. If they keep both, it's become first name with the hyphen, okay? Like Thái An, probably they were Thai and then hyphen and then An, Thái An. So now they combine the middle name and first name to make it the first name in US, okay? All right, it depends on the family, but I'm talking about the extreme case that you have like three An in the family, okay? All right. Now, you can find some other female Vietnamese name, that's go after the bird's name, beautiful birds, like Ian. Ian is common too. Ian, Y-E-N, okay? So not Yan, no. Ian. Ian is the name of the bird, okay? So Ian is like the kind of bird that's nesting on the side of the cliff, or it's like hard to reach, the cliff that reach out to the ocean. So Ian. And also they have like a middle name come with Ian, like Hoang Ian or Bạch Ian. Hoang Ian is like yellow birds, for that kind. And then Bạch Ian is like white, Bạch is white, so like white bird of that kind, okay? Okay, so there are plenty, so I don't want to like jam it all in one lesson here. You'll be like really tired of hearing it, okay? But if you have some name that's, from interacting with Vietnamese people at your work or at school or wherever you are, if you have a different name and you have question about it, you can put in a comment and I will just like, look it up and see if I know anything about last name or how to say it. I will respond to you, okay? So we have gone over the last name and the first name of Vietnamese people, right? Now we're talking about middle name. So middle name also important in Vietnamese too. So over here we have first name and last name, and the middle name is not really, rarely mentioned, or sometimes they just omit it out, okay? Common middle name for female is Thi, Thi, used to be in the old day. There are plenty, okay? Modern day, the parent now, they do away with that one. So Thi, we pronounce Thi, Thi, with dấu nặng, okay? Dấu nặng, the dot under the letter I. Thi, Thi. That's the most common female middle name. So what about male? The common middle name for male is Van, okay? Van, V-A-N, but it's not Van, Van. It's the letter A, so Van, okay? Like Nguyen Van. So since this video about a common Vietnamese name, so I will tell you a little bit more about, the names. Officially on the document or paper, it will go last name, middle name, and then first name. Go in that order in Vietnam, okay? I'm talking about living in Vietnam. That's how you will see it, how people fill out their form or anywhere, okay? In that order. Last name go first, middle names, and then first name. And sometimes there's like double middle name, okay? So, or double first name, so it's go together. So sometimes they have like 4 words for their name, okay? And another thing that you should keep in mind, that Vietnamese name always bear with the meaning. Yeah, in some sort of meaning, okay? So you can always ask people and they will explain to you what their first name means. Okay, so the first name is more. Okay, the last name is, you can, as I told you, it's common because it's passed on. Okay, but then the first name, when the parent choose it, when the parent choose their children's name, is signify something, and you should ask them. It's interesting. Okay, it means something, something beautiful. It's the name of some. It's the name of people that they admire. So it's the name of something that they always, their heart and their soul, on it. So it means something in their life. That's come into the names, okay? And it's come down to their children with their hope in there. So their name, can be courage, can be strength, can be, being rich, a better future, and so on. So it's interesting to study first names of Vietnamese people, okay? All right, I'm talking about first name, okay? So ask your friend, ask around. You might learn something interesting yourself. Okay, share with me, please. All right, let's wrap it up. This video is pretty much teach you how to pronounce Vietnamese people last name and first name. Okay, if you can't pronounce all of them, at least you some most common one in the US. Okay, like Nguyen. So if you say Nguyen, so it's not quite 100% right, but if you say Nguyen, okay, now I say it again, Nguyen, okay, or Tran, or Lê, or Truong, or Phan, or Pham, or Vũ, okay, Vũ, VU. I forgot that one to throw it in, but it's also very common last name in Vietnamese people too. Vũ, okay. Now, in case you forget, just go back to the video and then hear it again, okay? And that's also a few that I give you, but definitely there's more, okay? All right, thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. I hope you enjoy the video and learn something, okay? If you like the video and you think it's very helpful, so please tell people about it. Share the link with them. Subscribe to my channel if you like. Thank you for doing that. Now, I hope you enjoy learning Vietnamese with me, and I hope to see you next time, okay? On another video, and then we learn something else. A little bit at a time, but then when we add it up, you never know, you become fluent someday. Alright? So keep that in mind. Goodbye. Xin chào tạm biệt các bạn. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn vào video sau. Goodbye.